Once upon a time, a kind princess left her castle to meet her prince in a faraway land. But her journey was about to change forever. But the maid had dark plans in her heart. Deep in the forest, everything changed.
This dress is rightfully mine. From now on, I am the princess.
The true princess was left alone, with only her courage and a loyal talking horse to help her. But the truth can't stay hidden forever. What really happened to the princess and her maid? Let's find out in the story of the Goose Girl. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a bright and peaceful kingdom where the sun always smiled upon the people. The king had passed away long ago, leaving the kind queen and her only daughter, a gentle young princess, to rule the land together. The princess was sweet and kind. Everyone in the castle loved her smile and her caring heart. One morning, the queen received a message from a faraway kingdom. A young prince had asked to marry her daughter. The queen smiled sadly. She knew the time had come for her daughter to begin her new life as a bride in another land. To keep her safe, the queen gave her a talking horse named Falada, wise, loyal, and full of magic. The queen trusted Falada with her most precious treasure, her only child.
Take care of my daughter.
She gave her daughter a golden cup blessed with magic, saying, "This will protect you wherever you go." A maid was chosen to travel with the princess, to help her on the long and winding road ahead. The queen held her daughter close and whispered, "Be brave, my child. Stay true, and goodness will always guide you." So the princess began her journey across shining fields, waving goodbye to her mother and her home. She felt happy and free, not knowing that dark thoughts were growing in her maid's heart.
Isn't this a lovely morning, Falada?
By noon, they stopped to rest beside a quiet stream, where the water shimmered like silver glass. The princess gasped as her golden cup floated away. Something cold and cruel flashed in the maid's eyes.
You don't need that.
The road grew darker and the forest whispered. The princess began to feel something was terribly wrong. The princess trembled as her maid's true face appeared, cruel, greedy, and full of lies.
From now on, I am the princess. You will serve me.
One evening in the forest, the maid's heart filled with greed. She wanted to steal the princess's royal life. The maid forced the princess to switch clothes. The maid now looked royal, and the princess looked poor. Now the maid rode like a princess, and the real princess walked behind her, quiet and sad. The maid warned her to stay silent, never to tell anyone the truth.
Remember, Tay, if you tell anyone who you are, you will die!
At dawn, they left the forest behind and headed toward the prince's shining kingdom. Soon they saw the grand castle ahead, but only one of them would be welcomed inside. At the gate, the maid was treated like a royal, and the real princess was taken for a servant. The prince greeted the false princess with honor, not knowing his true bride stood close by. That night, the true princess went to see her dear horse Falada and cried beside him. She wished Falada could speak and tell everyone the truth about her.
Oh, Falada, If only you could tell them who I am.
The false princess feared Falada might reveal her secret, so she ordered him to be taken away.
Take that horse away!
The stable master felt sorry for the horse, but he dared not refuse the new princess's command. Before Falada was gone, the princess begged that his head be placed where she could see it again. Her wish was granted.
Your mother knew this.
Every morning she passed beneath the arch where Falada's head rested. Each morning his magic words comforted her lonely heart.
Falada! Falada! Hanging there! Oh, princess, if your mother knew your fate, her heart would surely break.
The princess now worked as a goose girl, caring for the birds from morning till night. While the false princess lived in luxury, the real one worked quietly, waiting for her truth to shine. Each morning, the true princess cared for the geese, while the false one watched, afraid her secret would be found. That night, the princess sat quietly by the fire, missing her home and her mother's warm hug. Even while working, her kindness shone through, and soon others began to notice her gentle heart.
Your hair shines like gold.
One day, her scarf blew away, and her golden hair shimmered so brightly that even the geese turned to look. From the window, the false princess saw this and burned with anger and fear. She ordered that the Goose Girl stay far from the prince and the court.
Tell that Goose Girl to keep away from the palace!
But the prince had seen the Goose Girl before, and her kindness made him curious. One morning, he secretly followed her and heard her speak to Falada. When he heard the horse call her princess, he knew something was terribly wrong.
Who are you, truly?
I cannot tell you, or I will die.
The prince tried to ask, but she was too afraid to speak the truth. That night, the prince told his wise servant everything he had seen and heard. Together, they made a plan to bring the truth to light the next day.
Past the northern gate. That path is guarded, sire. If someone had stolen another's place, what should be done?
At dinner, the prince tested her with a clever question.
What should be done?
Not knowing she spoke of herself, the false princess gave her own judgment.
She should be punished, as she deserves.
The next day, the prince brought both girls before everyone to tell their side. At last, the true princess told everything: the forest, the dress, and the stolen name. The truth was known. The false princess was sent away, and the real one took her place beside the prince. The truth was known at last, and the real princess stood proudly before the king and the prince. The maid, who had stolen her place, was filled with regret and begged the king for forgiveness. The wise king forgave her, but said she must leave the castle and never lie again. The real princess was given her crown back and dressed once more in shining royal clothes.
We are so pleased, Your Highness.
A grand wedding was held, and everyone in the kingdom came to celebrate the kind and gentle princess. The queen, who had long missed her daughter, held her close, and joyful tears filled her eyes. That night, music filled the halls, as the princess and prince danced beneath the stars. The next day, the princess became queen, kind and wise, loved by all who knew her. Even as a queen, she never forgot her geese, and she cared for them with love every day. And so, the Goose Girl's heart stayed pure and kind, and she lived happily ever after.
Our tale ends, but more magic awaits. Tap subscribe to open the next story.